start with your name. So, hello, Mrs. Marshall. We are interviewing you today because we are interviewing a couple teachers around the school just to make some profiles about them. So we can start off with your name.
Hi, I'm Valerie Marshall.
What courses and what kind of levels do you teach at FHS?
Currently, I'm teaching English, which is what I've normally taught at FHS. And right now I'm teaching grade 11 and grade 12 English, both level 2.
Awesome. And how many years have you taught at FHS?
Well, let's see, my daughter's 23, so that means I've taught here for 22 years.
Wow, that's impressive. What was your very first job?
Teaching job or just job in general?
Job in general.
My first job in general was teaching piano. I was 15 actually, and I had a couple people in our community who knew I played piano, and they wanted to know if I'd give lessons to their kids. And so I started when I was 15, and then I taught piano all the way through university. I put myself through university teaching piano.
Wow, that's awesome. And what universities did you attend?
I went here in Fredericton. I went to St. Thomas University for my arts degree, and then I went to the same school for my education degree.
Awesome. All right, now we're going to move on to some rapid fire questions. So we're going to say either this or that, and you're going to say which one is your favorite. All right?
Okay.
All right, so Tim Hortons or Starbucks?
Oh, Tim Hortons.
Early or late?
Early.
Sport of choice?
Volleyball.
A to L or M to Z?
Oh, I can't pick.
Rap or country?
Say that again?
Rap or country?
Country.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Android or Apple?
Apple.
All right, and now we're going to move on to some professional questions. So, what inspired you to be a teacher?
I think probably I would have to say it was actually one of my teachers at university. When I went to university, I didn't take English my first year because I didn't like my English classes in high school. Sorry to say, but that was the truth. And so I didn't even take English at university. And it was during an intercession course when I took a class from Professor Thornton at St. Thomas University. And my mind was kind of blown. She presented the class in a way that I had never experienced before. She made me want to read, want to talk, want to write, all those things. And that summer when I was taking those courses, I sort of realized that I love learning. And the flip side of that, of course, is that then I discovered I love teaching as well. And so that's how I ended up teaching, I guess.
That's really cool. And why did you choose to become a Black Cat teacher?
Well, I mean, is there any other place you'd rather be? No, of course not. I was teaching in a small rural New Brunswick school for a few years. And then I decided it was time to try to maybe transfer into the city. My daughter was just really young. And so I actually applied to come to one of the middle schools in the city. And there were no positions, so they said, there's a job at FHS if you want it. And I said, well, okay. And boy, am I glad that that's the way it worked out, because I would not turn back. This has been a fabulous 22 years of teaching at FHS.
That's awesome. All right, now we're going to move on to some personal questions. So, what is an interesting fact that people want to know about you?
I don't know if people want to know this about me, but outside of this building, I'm probably most known for playing piano. I've already mentioned that. And I've played for a number of different people, for some recordings at a variety of different churches. It's just a lot of people outside of this building who don't know me as a teacher know me as a musician, I guess, and a piano player. So, yeah, that's just, I guess another side of who I am.
Awesome. And last question, what was the best piece of advice you've ever received?
That came from a piano teacher. I was playing for my first wedding. I was probably like 16 or so, and I had to play for a wedding. I was really nervous about doing that. And so she was practicing with me as I was getting my music ready, and she said to me, and I remember it very clearly, she said, if you make a mistake, play it louder, and people will think it's supposed to be that way. And so I've kind of taken that advice beyond just the piano, and I've come to realize that if you just approach things in life with confidence, even if you don't really feel confident. But if you approach it with confidence, you can almost trick yourself or trick your brain or maybe even trick people around you into thinking that you know what you do, and eventually you do know what you do and what you're doing. So yeah, that's the advice that has stuck with me.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Marshall.
All right. Good to see you today.
Yes.
Thanks. All right.